We are taking weather on the go tonight, and another first for WSYX. We've finally driven Bill Kelly up the wall. Tonight, he is doing the weather at Kinetic Climbing and Fitness in West Columbus, and look at you.
Look at that, all the way to the top, my friend.
Wow.
It's easy. Anybody can do it. Yeah, no, it's actually not easy whatsoever. And there's the rings over here that we're going to try in a little bit that look so much easier than they are. But you mentioned Kinetic Climbing and Fitness. This is an awesome place here in West Columbus where they have all kinds of walls. What you're looking at there is kind of the inverted wall. You got the rings, you know, and then of course you go up the flat wall, which is a little bit easier. But what we decided to do was use that big green wall for a weather wall, which we're going to do in just a moment. Let me show you some maps. So first, full screen, what we're looking at temperature-wise today. Look at this, some 70s out there, low 80s, all looking pretty good. When we look at our satellite and radar, we were talking about a few sprinkles a little bit earlier on, but those have not materialized, so that's good. Things are dry. I'm loving this evening's forecast. Temperature-wise, we are into the mid-70s. It is gorgeous, dry, and mild. I want you to stay tuned. Again, pioneering new ground here on the Big Half Dozen. We're going to use this green wall, superimpose the maps, no different than we would in the studio, and I'm going to try to climb on there and deliver a weather forecast while rock climbing. We'll see how it goes. We'll see in a few minutes, guys.
Maybe need some chalk on those hands there. You know, I'd be sweating.
Yes.
Gorgeous evening right now. 79 degrees. Boy, oh boy. Humidity nice and low.
There in the air conditioning, though, we've got Bill Kelly, who's ready at Kinetic Climbing and Fitness in West Columbus. We're all waiting with bated breath here, pal, to see you pull this one off.
Yeah, myself too. You know, we don't know. So, like any good rock climber, you got to put the chalk on the hands. And so what we've done, if you're just joining us, good evening to all of you guys. We've utilized this green wall, this literal green wall here at Kinetic Climbing and Fitness, and we're going to superimpose the maps on it, no different than what we would do at the studio. So the way that we do that is we have a camera over here. We take this camera, and then we pop the maps on, and why don't I try to climb on some numbers here and give you a weather forecast. All right, so first we're starting out. It is just a gorgeous day out here today, temperature-wise. I mean, how about this? You're doing anything outside, especially active, 79 degrees. The current temperature, winds out of the north at 10. But the big thing here is the dew point. I mean, look at this, 58 degrees. That is dry, bone dry. When we look across the state and we talk about some of the different temperatures, it is going to be comfortably warm. This is our first headline across the state. What we'll be watching, though, is some rain here late Friday, but then the weekend is looking good. So many of you, I'm sure, have plans for your 4th of July weekend. And so, you know, we're looking at some summer-like conditions, but pool parties, I think all is looking good. All right, so let's talk about the state numbers. Here we are, 76 around Marion, 71 up here in Toledo. We got 68 here over in Defiance, 79 in Columbus. Chillicothe is at 81 degrees right now. But as you look at the satellite and radar, we're going to break down kind of the future cast for you. I'm not expecting anything tonight. In fact, a great evening with humidity levels as low as they are going to be. You should be able to potentially open up your window and let some of the cooler air in. As you see here, we're going to go through, try to keep my hand out of the timestamp for you right here, right at noon tomorrow. We have a lot of sunshine. It should be a great sunny day across the area. No clouds to speak of. So when it's all said and done, your forecast for your Wednesday is looking A+ as far as I'm concerned. So for tonight, a few clouds, pleasantly cool. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, high temperature. How about a 79-degree reading? Sunshine-wise, it is really nice. Lots of sunshine. And then your 7-day forecast. All right, so here's the deal. We have our 79 tomorrow. There it is. 81 degrees here on our Thursday. And then I'm standing right in front of Friday. Let me flip it around here for you. The thing that we need to watch for here on Friday is the potential for showers and storms because, although not a huge chance, Friday night, the timing is like 4 to 10 p.m. And so we could see some of that affecting red, white, and boom, which is on this Friday night. So if you have plans, stay tuned to the forecast because that could make a difference for you and your family if you're going to be out and about. We'll continue to watch the showers and storms. Then we get into the weekend, temperatures into the 80s, and then we'll finally, last but not least, be watching 4th of July here as I stand right in front of it. Temperature-wise, we're going to be into the 80s, warming up into the 90s by the time we get into next week. So there you go, lows in the 60s. Bob and Terry.
It's quite a workout.
Get that man a glass of water.
Than doing weather on the green wall at work. I will tell you. So I'm just going to kind of hang like this and drape on down.
It looks awesome. It looks awesome. Great job. Catch your breath. And
thank you very much.
We'll catch up with you again shortly. Bill Kelly, weather on the go. Weather on the go tonight. And Bill is at a really cool place. It's called Kinetic Climbing and Fitness in West Columbus. He's caught his breath from the last weather forecast and joining us again from the big wall. Hey.
Yeah, it is a great place, and they have all kinds of different, we're going to talk to Tony, the owner, in a moment. I don't know what they're called, but different elevations, different changes or whatnot. But what we've done is we've utilized their big green wall here as our green wall. So check it out. What we can do is take our technology out into the field. We can superimpose our graphics on it, and so we can use this to show you what's going on across the Midwest. So right now in Evansville, it's 87 degrees. We have 88 around St. Louis. But look, as we go up toward Cleveland, it is much cooler here up to the north. So temperature-wise, I mean, how about Sault Ste. Marie? 66 degrees right now. We have 74 over here at International Falls. Not bad climbing across the Midwest. So let me show you what's going on with our weather, and, at least when it comes to the clouds and the radar. Things are pretty quiet around the area, and they're going to stay this way. I mean, you look at this big dome of high pressure. All is looking very good. So let me break down your evening for you if you have any plans out there tonight. Temperature-wise, we are going to stay into the 70s, and these are dry 70s, by the way, guys. We got 77 degrees here at 7 o'clock. We're going to go 74 or so by 9, and then by 11 o'clock tonight, we'll say 68 degrees. But notice, just a passing cloud or two, dry air. It is looking great. Coming up, we're going to be talking about our next chance of storms, which may affect you, and maybe a lot of you, and I'll explain what I mean coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Bill. Gorgeous evening, low humidity, perfect day to go climbing the walls.
I guess so.
I don't know, yeah.
Seems to be working very well for Bill Kelly, who's out at Kinetic Climbing and Fitness in West Columbus. This is really cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a great place, and what's nice about a place like this is you can get a great workout in, you can climb, you can do the hard stuff, the easy stuff, and it doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees outside, if it's 20 degrees outside, you're inside. But we also have some cool places around town, or at least, you know, Hocking Hills and that type. I'm sure we'll talk to Tony in a moment that you can climb. But first, so what we've done is we've taken this wall, this big green wall that's there, we've then superimposed it utilizing our graphics. So let's give you a weather forecast. We're going to start out with our live camera here. We're looking over the osprey nest there, and I'm just going to climb on up. Let's talk about the current numbers, where we are right now at 79 degrees. How nice is that? The humidity, that is the big thing. The dew point temperature here into the 50s, so it's very dry. And when we look across the area, we have 73 here in Bucyrus, so that's pretty nice. We got 73 over here in Kenton. When you look over to the right, it's a little warmer. Places like Cambridge into the low 80s. We still have a few low 80s out to the east, but it is definitely a drier low 80s around the region. Now, when we look at the satellite radar and we talk about the clouds, there's not much going on around the region. Right behind me here, actually, a few light sprinkles that are up here to the northwest, or northeast rather. Those are going to move through, but that's it. We're dry. And when we look at our hour-by-hour forecast, watch this. So here we are, right around 11 o'clock. Here's your timestamp. We're going to bring the clouds in, and they're just going to be passing on by. And then tomorrow, your day looks like this. Just beautiful. Lots of sunshine to go around the area. I'm just going to kind of hop over here to the other side so I'm not constantly covering up the east side. And then you can see as we roll into the afternoon, I mean, it's really nothing but sunshine throughout the entire day. I'm loving tomorrow's forecast. Dry air, lots of sun, and very comfortable temperatures. So those comfortable temperatures are going to start with tonight's weather, where we're having a low right around 57 degrees. A few clouds, pleasantly cool. You can probably keep the air conditioner off tonight, open the windows tomorrow. How about 79 degrees, lots of sunshine to go around, tons of low humidity, and winds are going to be very light as well. Now, so here's what we got. We got 79 for you tomorrow. As we head on into your Thursday, we got 81. Where I'm really focusing on is here. On our Friday, it's red, white, and boom. Not a huge chance. It's a weak weather system, about a 30% chance, but we definitely have the possibility of some thunderstorms during the 4 to 10 p.m. time frame. Those will move on through. Then as we look ahead to your weekend, we're into the 80s, and then we're warming things up considerably as we head on over to your 4th of July, the actual holiday, and into next week, where the temperatures are going to be in the low 90s by the time we get on over here to Tuesday. All right, I'm going to drop him on in from the ceiling. This is Tony Ronaldo. He's the owner of Kinetic Climbing and Fitness, and he has allowed us to utilize a screen wall. Actually, you guys, if you want to go ahead and leave the 7-day up, you sure can. What's going on, man?
Hey, doing all right.
So tell me what I've noticed about doing this, and I haven't done this in a while. This is quite the workout. You don't have to be a climber to say, okay, I got to go climb, right? I mean, you can just want to do something a little different and get some good, healthy work
absolutely.
in.
I mean, it's an alternative workout to traditional sort of exercise. So it gives you a really interesting result in that you're very excited about it. It's very engaging. But it's a lot of fitness, and you burn a lot of calories. But at the same time, it's fun.
Absolutely. If folks want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
KineticColumbus.com is our website address.
And you're just a few miles from downtown here on the west side in Columbus.
Just on the west side.
All right, we'll tell you what, guys, we're going to leave the wall up. Why don't we just climb up out of this shot? And we're going to go. I'm going to follow them up. Live here from Kinetic Climbing and Fitness, I'm Bill Kelly. Terry, Bob, we'll send it back to you.
There they go to the heavens.
Hey there, everyone. I'm meteorologist Bill Kelly, Kinetic Climbing and Fitness. There's Tony. You just saw him last night. He's making these rings look so easy, gliding along with the greatest of ease. I'm going to give it a shot. One thing I can promise you, it's not going to be that graceful. But we're going to give it a try and, of course, talk about your weekend, look ahead at our next chance of storms. We'll see you in a few minutes.
But I think you're going to tackle the rings now, you said?
Well, here's the problem, okay? So let me just talk to you, and let me be honest with you. There's one thing that I've learned from being out here, which is actually really great. I've learned that not working out my body for the last year, because normally I stay in shape, right? You know, and I work out my muscles and everything, has made me feel ridiculous, because these rings, we're going to see if we can even get over to one, okay? These are much harder than it looks, okay? So we go like this. Okay, there's one, because you got to be able to support your body weight. I got another one. That's more than I got before. Thank you very much. All right, so those, what we are doing, and by the way, I'll go back, because yeah, holding your body weight up on that, I mean, it takes a lot of back strength and everything, and I just am almost embarrassed with myself at how much of that strength I've lost in the last year from simply not working out. So it's a really good thing. Folks, work out, eat right, trust me. All right, so here's what's happening. So what we've done is we've taken this green wall at Kinetic Climbing and Fitness, and we've turned it into our weather wall, and so we can superimpose the numbers and use this to show you what's going on. Pretty remarkable what's happening in Ohio right now. So we have 81 here in Chillicothe, but check it out, in Defiance. It's into the 60s right now. So we kind of use this wall, we climb up, and here we go, 67 degrees in Defiance. What a difference between that and some of the 80s that we have. Now, in terms of sky cover, things are looking really good. We have just a few passing clouds. We had a couple of sprinkles a little bit earlier on here into the northeast side of the state. Those are gone, just some passing clouds. And so for your early evening hours tonight, this is what it's looking like. We have temperatures that are going to stay into the 70s. I'll hop out of the way here for you. We got 77 at 7 o'clock. We got 74 right around 9 o'clock, and then 68 degrees by the time we get to 11 o'clock tonight. So the bigger picture, let's talk about your hour-by-hour forecast. We're going to keep some clouds into the forecast early as we go through the night tonight, and here's your timestamp right up here. We're going to see just some passing clouds, but during your day tomorrow, should be very few of those, pretty much nothing but sunshine across the entire state. That will last on into your afternoon and early evening, of course, here 6 o'clock. And so your forecast for tonight, it is going to be pretty quiet out there. We're going to say an overnight low right around 57. Your AC can come off. I mean, you look at that, pleasantly cool northwest winds, about 5 to 10 or so. And then tomorrow, temperature-wise, 79 degrees, a lot of sunshine, low humidity. So let's talk about your 7-day forecast. So beautiful day tomorrow. All is looking great. We get into your Thursday, 81. That's fine too. Really keeping our attention here on Friday. And that is when we have the potential for showers and storms. Now, the showers and storms that we're looking at are not a big deal. It's a pretty weak weather system. However, a lot of you are going down to red, white, and boom. You know, thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of you. And so if there are some storms there between 4 and 10 p.m., that could affect your plans. So we'll keep you tracked there. Then we get into the weekend. We're into the 80s. Hop on over here to your 4th of July holiday. And notice we've added a 20% chance for Monday. And then we're going to warm it up back into the 90s as we head on into your Tuesday. And I think that's going to do it for me here over the last hour and a half. Learned a lot personally. That's good. I hope you learned a lot about the weather as well and how nice it's going to be the next couple of days. Live here, we'll send it on back to you in West Columbus.
Time to hit the hot tub.
Bill Kelly standing by one more time on the go tonight with a look at what's ahead. Bill?
Are your arms on fire? That's what I want to know.
You know, my hands are on fire because the calluses, you know, I don't do this. And so you got to build up, like playing guitar, you got to build up the calluses. That is what is sore. But let me show you real quick. We're dry the next few days, beautiful weather. We have a chance of showers and storms as we head on into our Friday. That's mainly Friday between like 4 to 10 p.m. at this point. We'll watch that very closely. Red, white, and boom. We get into the weekend. The weekend's dry, very summer-like, great for pool parties, grilling, that type of thing. And then a slight chance for some showers on your actual 4th of July holiday. And notice temperatures warm back up, say 87 or so by 4th of July, say right around 90 by the time you get to next week, Tuesday. So there you go, Kinetic Climbing and Fitness. It's been very enlightening for me about just how much I need to work out. And I'm trying to do an inverted wall, and this is, that's just not happening. That right there is not happening. Check them out, though. It's a really, really fun place. And thank them for having us out here. Good stuff, guys.